ladies in 11A and 11B, stop singing Eternal. Just pretending I'm on the aeroplane with them. Paul's Triumph Herald. If you want to look into that, you'll be able to see Paul's renovated car if you like that kind of thing. We continue after the news on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 6 o'clock. This is Nick Qureshi. Boris Johnson has agreed to suspend the Conservative MP Chris Pincher, who resigned from the government last night after allegedly groping two men at a private members' club. Mr Pincher left his post as Deputy Chief Whip, saying he'd had far too much to drink. He's now under investigation by an independent committee. One of Mr Pincher's colleagues, Kelly Tolhurst, becomes the new Deputy Chief Whip. Our political correspondent Jonathan Blake has more.
Chris Pincher has now had the Conservative Party whip removed. The statement says that having heard that a formal complaint has been made to the ICGS, the Independent Complaints and Grievance Scheme in Parliament, the Prime Minister's agreed with the Chief Whip that the whip should be suspended from Chris Pincher while the investigation is ongoing. And the statement goes on to say that we will not prejudge that investigation and we urge colleagues in the media to respect that process.
Official figures suggest there's been a significant increase in the number of people infected with COVID across the UK. The Office for National Statistics estimates that 2.3 million people had the virus last week, about 1 in 30 of the population, the highest figure since late April. Our health correspondent Catherine Da Costa has been looking at the data.
Across the UK, infections have risen by over 500,000 in this latest set of figures for the week to last Friday. The fastest growth was in Wales, where infections were up 55%, and that brings Wales in line with the rest of the UK, where 1 in 30 had the virus. In Scotland, infections may be slowing slightly, but they still have the highest infection rate, where 1 in 18 people had the virus.
Boris Johnson and New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern have signed a deal to give more opportunities to younger people to travel between the two countries to live and work. The age limit for applicants is to be raised from 30 to 35, and the maximum length of time people can stay in the host country will be 3 years. Miss Ardern's on a visit to the UK. Police officers in Scotland are withdrawing all goodwill work in a pay dispute. The Scottish Police Federation says members won't turn up early for shifts or work beyond their scheduled hours unless directly ordered to do so, in which case they'll claim overtime. Steve Wright has announced that his afternoon show is coming to an end after more than 40 years in that slot at the BBC. He'll hand over to Scott Mills in 3 months' time. Steve will continue to host Sunday Love Songs. He made the announcement at the end of his Radio 2 show this afternoon.
This is going to be a little bit difficult. At the end of September, I'll be taking a break from daytime radio. In other words, stepping down from this programme. I know when time comes in the autumn to say goodbye to this show and miss you, but trust me, you'll be in good hands.
And a look at the weather. A band of rain affecting Northern Ireland will spread to much of the rest of the UK during the evening and overnight. The southeast of England will remain dry. Overnight temperatures will range from 9 Celsius in the north to 13 in the south. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 6.
Nick, thank you very much.
Sarah Cox, BBC Radio 2.
Here we go then. Hour 2 of All Requests Friday. If you'd like to say hello.
Text 88291.
You knows we love a little fuss. Happy 50th to Andy Skinner. He won't believe I've done this, says wife Fiona. I've wanted a birthday announcement forever and it's not happened. Bragging rights needed. Well done, Fiona. It's Sam and Heather here driving down the M6 from Lytham for a wedding in Sussex tomorrow. We've ditched the kids. Toby, who's 6, and Clara, who's 3, with the fabulous grandparents, and we're giddy with excitement for a weekend on our own. Shout out to Stephen and Ruth, who are getting married tomorrow as well. Woohoo! Shout out to you if you've ditched the kids. Ditch the kids. Paul has been on. Please play this. My husband Graham Bright, who turns 50 next week. Oh, he looks good on it though. What's his secret? I'm feeling the pressure to get him a mention. He has a strong track record of getting requests for other people. Many thanks, says Paula. Don't worry, I got your back, girl. So let's play this then for birthday boy, 50 next week, Mr. Graham Bright. A bit of JT.